My name is Summer Jenee, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to share with you my book review of the book The Kill Chain by Christian Bros. This is one of the required readings for my class as well. And I also listened to this one on Audible while having the book next to me. And some of my big takeaways from this particular book were as follows. So, the central theme to me for this book was doing well enough is not enough. We must adopt a systems think process and realize the interdependencies of larger human systems. So this book was like kind of, you went a little deep. Um, and I don't remember if I did this book before or after the fifth discipline. So you may have some systems think stuff in this one that I may have picked up in the fifth discipline. But moving on. So, what strategic insight did I take from this book? I love this book, is what I have on my. I'm a couple books down the road now, but I have on my paper that I love this book. It's on the surface, it does not look like something that I would read or even pick up, but this book puts into terms the way I think. So that's probably why I love this book. The way this book is written, the way it talks about the Love Brewery beer scenario had me hooked. So that was at the very beginning of the book. I'm usually the one who looks to see if something else is going on. So as I am looking at this is correction. This is not, for whatever reason, I did not change the title, but this is the the fifth discipline. This is the review for the fifth discipline, and the author is Peter Senge. So um, that's why I love the book. I'll have to go and look at something else to give you guys the kill chain. I'm so sorry. This is not the review for the fifth for the kill chain. This is the review for Peter Senge's The Fifth Discipline. So getting back to systems thinking when structure influences behavior is the foundational principle. Systematic structures consist of underlying patterns and interdisciplinaries. The commonality was each person in the system with the same type of information. Interdependency, only becomes available when there's a breakdown in the system. So, patterns of interdependencies is what we're talking about. Understanding how our own actions may be creating our reality. The inability to connect with someone is in someone's behavior to something we may be doing is, in essence, the disconnect in the larger human system. When cause and effect are not close in time and space, our ability to connect the two to see how what we are doing is influencing what is happening to us. We are very good at learning when we can see the consequences of our actions quicker. Let me say that again. We are very good at learning when we can see the consequences of our actions quicker. So, right now, there is not an approved budget, and we cannot see the consequences of our actions quickly. So, the odds of us learning from it, in my opinion, after reading this book, is not good because we can't quickly see the consequences of our actions. So I think systems thinking is essential for building learning organizations. We have to have the personal mastery. We have to have building a shared vision. We have to have mental models. We have to have team learning, and we need systems thinking. It was interesting to hear Peter Senge has a system at MIT. In the future, this book will influence the way I think not only at work, but in my personal life as well. Do not have a culture where you shoot the messenger. Goes back to the psychologically safe environments. But we must change to create the world we want to live in. Did you hear me? We must change to create the world we want to live in. And the longer we stand by, silent and not saying anything, um, doesn't get us any closer to the world we want to live in. I know this weekend there are going to be rallies. There's going to be no king rallies. And I just, I'm adamant and I wholeheartedly believe that if no one says anything about anything, then silence, that's it. That's what I want to say. Silence is like it's acceptance. If somebody says or does something and nobody says anything to correct it, then silence is deemed as it's acceptable. Even if it's not, if no one says anything, then that sets the tone that it's acceptable. So again, this is not the kill chain. This one was the fifth discipline. Love the book. Love, 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 love that book by Peter Senge. And it's talking about building systems thinking organizations. You have to look at not just your piece of the puzzle, but the interdependencies of what maybe this person on the left has to do, what this person on the right has to do, and holistically, how do they feed into the whole system? Love, 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 love this book. So if you have not read this book, if you have read this book, let me know what you think about the book. I know some of the books that I'm telling you guys about are older. Just when I got out of my last degree program, I was so fed up with reading and all of that. I was like, I'm only going to read it unless I have to. And so I'm reading these books because I have to, but they are some really good books to the point that I think I'm going to keep my Audible account afterwards and still like listen to and look at some of the similar books because it'll suggest recommendations for similar books after you finish reading one. And so I think I'm going to, at a minimum, do that. But let me know what you think about the fifth discipline. And if you have more recommendations for me to add to my library, drop those in the comment section. If you have any questions, drop those in the comment section. And or if you've read this book and what were your big takeaways? What did you like about the book? Drop those in the comments as well. And I'm going to see if I can find the actual review for Kill Chain. And then I'll tell you why I want to find it in a moment. So that's all I have for you today. Have an amazing rest of your day and go be great.